Let's simply move on to the input function in Python. This input function simply allows you or a user to receive data entered during execution. And one interesting thing about this user input is that no matter what data you'll be typing into the field, it's always returned as a string. For example, it could allow me put in any number, so say 10, but this 10 is always going to be returned as a string. Okay, so let's try some field examples so you can simply understand what user input is and how to fix issues whenever you come up with one. Now in my file here, I'm simply going to be creating a new file simply called user input, as you can see. So what I'm simply going to be doing now is, how do we get to use this user input, right? Now I like to break things down, as you know. So let's imagine that we simply have a variable here called first name, like so, and then we're setting it to a name, maybe John, and then the usual thing, we can simply print first name like this, right? And then run it. So just going to execute it. So this simply returns John to us in our terminal, right? But well, this is not user input yet. I just wanted to, what if it was possible that I don't have to add code that is manually write John here or any name myself. This time I want a user to simply impute in their first name instead. And this is where you use the impute function. To use the impute function, all you just simply need to do is to type input with a parenthesis like this. So what you've simply done is to open the input function, and in between or inside the input function, you can open a double quote or a single quote. And for example, we can write, what is your name? Okay, put in a question mark, right, like so. Okay, now what I like to do is I like to put a space after the question mark, so that when the user needs to type their name, they don't type their name exactly after this question mark. Don't worry, you would see what I mean in a second. So anyways, let's simply run this file first. Now when you run it in your terminal, you are going to see that it displays that question, what is your name? Now this is not a result, by the way. This is just simply you being able to type in your terminal, what is your name? And really you can type your name there. So I could say John. Now immediately you typed John, do you know what happens? What happens? Well, it's simply that what you are going to be having here is not going to be input or whatever. What you are going to be having here is now John. Okay, I'm just trying to break it down so you understand. So that's it. So but the reason we are using this input is for you to be able to, or the user to be able to type, well, their name right here, right? And let's press enter, by the way. So this is simply going to print John, okay, because that's simply what I have here too. Okay, so once you tell me what your first name is, then print that your first name, as you can see. Let's try to change it to something else this time around. Let's say, what is your first name? Okay, remember there was a space here, right? So let's run it again. And this time around, you can see it pops up, what is your first name? And you can simply type your first name. You can see as soon as I get to type, there is already one space. Initially, if I didn't add the space, you have to type beside it, but this is the way you need to type. So I could just type John and then press enter. So you can see I have John, right? So this is just what user input simply is. It just simply allows a program to receive data entered by the user. That's it. Now let's make this make sense. One thing I mentioned is that anytime you're simply using this user input, you use the input function like we just did. And when you use the input function, it always returns it as a string, as you can see. So this part is very important. Okay, so what do I mean? What we simply need to do is we can check the type. Okay, so maybe when we print the name, Ctrl D to duplicate. What we simply want to do is, when we have the name printed, I want to check the type of that name, whether it's returned as a string or a number, we don't know. Okay, so let's go again. So let's run this again and see the results together. Now we have it right here now. So let's go to our terminal here. So what is your first name? John. It's going to print John and tell me the data type. Now you can see it's print John. It also tells me the data type is string, right? Good. Now let's do some nice examples. So I'm just going to comment everything here out and do a fresh example. So this time A fresh example I'm going to do is to create a variable called age. So this time I want to know what your age is, right? And this age, I need to use the impute function, okay? And inside of it, we can say, what is your age? Put in a question mark and a space after it. Then this time we are going to print age, and then we're also going to print the data type of age. So just using space so you can see clearly what I'm typing. So inside the print, I'll open the type function and pass in age. So once it prints age immediately, it will also print the data type. Okay, so let's actually run this file now. So you can see it says, what is your age? So let's simply type in my age is 33 and press enter. Well, everything works normally, right? It prints 33, and what? This is actually a string too, even though I typed 33 without putting it in double quote. We expected the integer, right? Because 33 is an integer. So the reason is very simple. I already told you from the explanation that whatever you type from in the input, it always returns it as a string, right? Good. So have that in mind. So let's make this interesting. Let's simply actually, this age, let's say today was my birthday and I'm asking you what your age is, but I would like to add 1 to my age. So let's say +1. Okay, so I want to add +1 immediately. That immediately you tell me your age. So imagine you were 33, by adding +1 it will result to 34 instead. So let's run it and actually see if this works. So I have what is your age here. So let's say I'm 33, by now I should be 34 because there's +1 there, right? Oh, I have some error here. So what could lead to this error? Well, it's very simple. It says it can only concatenate string to string, right? Remember we talked about this in some recent videos. So it simply means that it can't simply combine this string +1, because remember, whatever you type in the inputs, it always returns it as a string. Even if you type a number, it's a string. So how do we fix this? Remember we treated type conversion in the last few classes, right? I showed you how to convert a string to a number, and by using the int function. So let's actually do that for what we have here. So to fix that, on a fresh line below the input, you have to call age, okay? And well, this is a longer way to do it, and then you have to simply say int, then you pass in age inside it. Okay, good. Now this is the longer way to do it, and that's fine. One way you can do it is, if you want to do everything on one line, this input function, okay, you have to put everything inside of the int function. So what I've done is to simply highlight it, and maybe you could copy it, or you just make sure you cut it, then open the int like this. So inside of the int, then you pass in the input function. So what we are simply doing is very simple. We're simply saying that anytime the user types is age, please convert it to an integer for me immediately. And let's try to do this now. So let's run this simply. So we simply have what is your age here, and let's see if this works this time without any error. So my age is simply going to be 33, enter. Oh, now you can see this works, right? Now my age is 34. It also tells me the data type is now integer, and the data type is now integer because remember we opened the int function, then we passed in this input here. It simply means that whatever the user types inside this input would be automatically converted to an integer, and once it's converted, then 33 plus 1 makes it 34, and it also prints the type. So this is just simple user inputs in Python.